Lesson B3, Introduction to the Data Model, Topic 1, Overview. The learning objectives of this module are to understand what the data model is, the basic concepts of the data model, and how you can interact with the data model. The data model is a contextualized digital map of your information showing where it is and how it's related. In some cases, it may also contain the information itself. The data model is a flexible digital model made up of objects and relationships. These are key concepts when understanding how it's put together. There are nodes. These are related to other nodes by relationships, and both nodes and relationships can have properties that give more information about them. The data model can include physical equipment such as valves, pipes, vessels, but also concepts such as a system, a barrier function, or a major accident hazard. Each object can be contextualized by adding properties and relating it to other objects. In this way, a full digital map of all the information about a facility can be built up. In this example here, we've modeled a major accident hazard. So we have the top event in the middle, and we have the cause and a consequence. And these are then related to the preventative measures and the mitigation measures. And these in turn can be linked to the physical tags. And these tags in turn would be related to their area in the asset, any documents, or anything else relevant to them. Here's an example of a pressure safety transmitter. Here we can see that it's got links to PI data. It's got links to classifications, such as the fact that it's a transmitter. It's a pressure instrument, and it's also got a type of resource number. Then going round, we see it's part of a system, it's located in an area, it's related to a performance standard, it's part of barrier elements, it has documents related to it, it's linked to other equipment, and it's part of a blowdown segment. And then in the top left we have again the PI data, the sensor data. How this looks to a user in Eigen Ingenuity is through the common menu. This gives users one-click access to all related information about an object. So looking back at our example of the pressure transmitter, we can see that the measurements, the PI data, is available in a Measurements tab, and this gives direct access to that information in the source system. So with a single click, the user could trend that information if they want to. Then we can see the related objects such as the system, the area, other equipment is listed under Related Assets tab. We have a tab for related documents, and again things like the related equipment comes under Related Assets. Here's an example of a separator, and if we click on this we get the common menu, and that shows the information coming directly from the data model. How it looks to a computer is through an API. So if you have programs such as the Python library that interact with our backend APIs, then you would get a JSON response. That's something to deal with in a more advanced session. The key features of the data model are that it's a graph and not a hierarchy, which means that you can model literally any situation or data set that you come across. It's flexible. You can start small and continue to build. You can add in new objects later in life and it won't break anything that you've built on previously. And wherever possible, it has links to the source data rather than becoming a copy. This is important because it's needed to maintain trust and traceability.